Hi everyone, Savannah here, coming at you with Flosstube number 43, I think. It is almost October, tomorrow to be exact, which is awesome because October is the best month of the whole year. Because birthday, yay! Next Sunday is my birthday, the 6th, so I'm super excited. I will be 35. Halfway to 40, I mean, in my 30s, if you want to say. Wish I was 20 again. Anyways, not a whole heck of a lot going on here. I have a few things to show you. Some finishes slash FFOs. I think they're all FFOs. Yeah, they're all FFOs. You know what's funny is that International Flosstube FFO weekend that happened, I actually didn't finish anything that weekend. It was all prior or after when I got things finally FFO'd. But I have those to show, a couple of whips, some knitting, a little update on the diamond painting, which has kind of fallen off the radar for me. And I think that's it. I know I'm just looking at my stuff, all my stuff. I do have these packs of stickers. Anyways, I have these packs of stickers, and the quote, I believe, is something about if you're a child who could never put their stickers on anything for the fear of it not being able to be removed kind of thing, you know, just not being the most perfect place for that sticker, says, congrats, you're going to be an anxious adult or something. I'm like, definitely. I've had this pack for a while now, and I just got this one 2 weeks ago, a week ago. I haven't placed a single one anywhere. They are Game of Thrones stickers. I got on AliExpress for like, I want to say you get 60-ish stickers for $1.50, maybe. This pack I love the best. You know, I'm not going to show you all of them. Oh, that ring light is not very conducive to this. Oops, upside down. It sure isn't. All right, I'll show you my faves. We got Joffrey. I like this one. Daenerys. Oh, I really like this one. It's white. Oh, I'm trying not to get that shine on there. I like that one. What else? There's a couple that are a little weird. I mean, like I said, I like this pack better than the other pack. I got this one, which I'm not even a Starbucks fan, but I thought that's funny. They got quite a bit of characters. Where's my other fave? Here's the red woman. I liked her. A lot of oh gosh. You know, he's my favorite character and I can't even remember his name at the moment. How terrible am I? I know his last name is Giantsbane. The dragons. Sorry, it's taking forever. Where is... I got the Night King. And then this other pack that I got. Again, about $1.50 for it. I think roughly 60 stickers. This one might be a little less. It feels not as thick. I don't like these ones as much. We got the crown. The hand of the king. You got your sigil. Another sigil with the ice and fire, which is, I got a couple of those ones. And then I got 3 of these what look like playing cards. So John and Ghost. This one's hilarious. This is Viserion and the Night King, but the Night King's making a duck face. It's hilarious. And then the other one is Daenerys and Drogon. And then these ones are just, you know, they look like this. The Sansa and Lady. These ones aren't too bad. I like that one, the Night King. There's one of John. I got 2 of these ones, which I'm kind of bummed I got a duplicate, but you know, I guess those things happen. And then I have all these banners, but they're really hard to actually make out. They're really dark, and like, that's really dark. You can barely make it out. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with these. I have no clue, but I have all these stickers, guys. I believe you 2 went with that. That one there. Trying to keep them separate because that's the weirdo in me. Anyways, I spent way too long sharing those. I'm not even gonna put them back in the bags right now. We will start with, I think, with my FFOs. Get those out of the way. So these 2 I'm going to show you are ones I finished before the FFO weekend. I framed both of them. They're older whips. Well, this one I finished this year. The other one I finished either last year or the year before. No, last year. And they just hung in my closet for the longest time. And then I was at Hobby Lobby a couple weeks ago, and they had their frames 50% off. So I kind of took a chance and just got these 2 sizes, and they worked out perfectly. So you can see my really crappy backing. I like to just tape down the lacing. I don't know why, but I do. I just throw random pieces of tape on there. I usually use the tape initially to hold my fabric back so I can see, you know, where it's lined up on the front, and then I just take those pieces of tape and put them over the lacing when I'm done. Not sure how I'm going to hang these because obviously, you know, I use the actual back of the frame for, you know, the piece that comes in the frame to put my piece on or lace my frame to. So, oh, all the glares. All the glares. Sorry about that, guys. But it's my quotes to live by Stitchrovia. There, that's kind of better without the glare, huh? Again, I finished this earlier this year, in March, and it's just been hanging there. I want to say this is an 11 by, you know what, I don't know what this frame is, I'm not even going to guess. That's number 1. And then my other one was, I think this is the 11 by 14 frame. Again, my lace job. I didn't have any tape to put on this one, so there's none there. I did kind of try to lace around the hangy hooks, but I don't know if I'm going to trust trying to find those on nails without pulling the string from the lacing. But this is in the arms, this side, right? Oh, it's gonna, that's real glary. I'm so sorry, guys. In the Arms of an Angel by Lavender and Lace. I stitched this one, or finished it last year. Let's see, I started it in 2017, but then restarted it in February of 2018 and finished it in May 2018. That's hand-dyed fabric by myself. I could not tell you what I did. I don't have any of the information on the back yet, which I need to do. So there are beads on there, but I didn't even use spacers. I said screw it. I said screw it. God, that is really annoying. Let's see if I can minimize that. There, that's a little bit better. Kinda. Hi. There's beads. You see all those beads? I put the glass right on top of it, and you know what? Nothing looks crazy smushed. Like, none of my beads look pushed to the side or anything like that, so for this one I said that's okay. Not a big deal. But normally, let's see if I have them right here so I can show you. Yeah. So if I don't just ask them to add spacers at Hobby Lobby when I buy the frame, which you can do, they just charge you a little bit extra for that. They just add them in, and then you take the frame home and you frame yourself. Oh, I didn't want to do that, so I found these at Hobby Lobby. These are clear bumpers. So you'd put these on the back of your frame so they bump on, or you know, they hold on, or so you don't scratch your wall or anything, the frames. But what I did was I took these, and they're rubber, so I cut them in half. So they're kind of thick. They're just rubber, so I cut them in half, and then I would stick them in the frame bit. I've done it on a different piece, but underneath here on the frame side, or on the glass. No, I think it's on the glass. And then that way it holds it up off the beads. You know, like makeshift spacers. It works. I can kind of see mine, but my picture that I have that I've done it on is hanging up higher, so when I look up at it, I can see underneath. Other than that, I don't think you can see them if they're looking directly on it. Okay, so those were 2 before the weekend, and then after the weekend, I actually finished this piece during the month. I'm going to pull this up. There's no glass on these, so I can pull this up. Because this ended up being a finished and a fully finished all in one. This is my Plague Doctor. I started this November 2017 and finished just this past week on the 24th. I stitched this 1/1 on 28 count. It says Jaslyn. I wrote Jaslyn on my spreadsheet, but I don't know if it really is. It's 28 count. I coffee tea dyed it. And again, 1/1. I did screw up on this little loop thing. It did not match up when I hit the top. And there's a complete row missing from the top. I don't know. I guess I just, whatever. So when I picked this back up in September this month, I actually only had the border, the bottom part, and this little bit of shoulder here. So I went up here, did this, and then I did everything. I think a total 30-ish days it took me to stitch this. I don't have the exact count, but, and then so I really wanted to put this in an oval frame, but every time I go to look for oval frames, I can't find any. Like, and an 5x7 oval frame is not going to fit this. Like, it is 7 this way, but it's, you know, even with this little bit, this 1/4 inch of a border, it's 7, but this way, it's 5 3/4, and everything was 5x7. So I'm like when I looked online. So I knew I wanted it oval, and so I just have a piece of like cardboard that I cut, unfortunately by hand, so it's not perfect. There's some, so this is what it looks like without the, it's not nice and straight or, you know, like rounded. So I thought it'd be nice to put like some lace, black lace around it. Let's see. But when I started hot gluing it to it, it kind of folded down. I'm sure I was supposed to like cut the lace so that it'd lay flat. But I think it kind of hides that bit of wonkiness. So I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. I haven't finished the back. This is tacky glued down. It's a hot mess. A huge hot mess. But this is as far as I got, and I'm glad it's done. It's so nice. I really like it. Okay, that's one. And then another that was stitched and then finished was my I Love Fall by Frosted Pumpkins. I started this on the 9th of September and finished it on the 23rd. I stitched this 2/2 on 28 count, just natural linen that I have a scrap bit of. All the called for colors, and I finished as a little pillow, which I'm gonna do for all the ones that I collected of this. I did screw up down here at the bottom, so the apples and the word all don't actually line up, but it works. You can't tell. And then I stitched this little bow on. You know, I tied the ribbon in a bow, and then just stitched it on instead of gluing, because at the time, I did this one before I did the Plague Doctor. I didn't pull out my hot glue gun, and I didn't want to, but then, so I just stitched it on with a little bit of string that I had left on my needle from sewing up the bottom of that. And that's just some pumpkin fabric I have from last year. I think I found it at Joann's last year. But yeah, I love fall most of all. And then another one that I finished was, I stitched this one last year. Yeah, this one last October. I stitched it. It's Lindy Stitches Mrs. Delicious. I stitched this one on 32 count Belfast. It's an R&R reproduction fabric. I don't know the actual color of it, but it's lovely. So I had this stitch piece finished, and it was just sitting in like a little cup over there forever. And I decided I need to get it finished this year. So again, some fallish fabric that I got last year at Joann's, and into a pillow finish. I use different stuffing than this one, and I like this stuffing more. It's more dense, and this one's squishy. So the stuffing that's in this one, this is the original polyfill fiber. You know, the stuff, it comes in the like the reddish bag that you can get at Joann's, and I think other places too, but I always get my stuff from Joann's. This one I needed to get stuffing for a different project because I ran out of the red stuff. And so I got this stuff because it was, you know, it was a better deal than the red bag. It's called the dry polyester packing. And it's got a weird feeling to it. But like I said, it's squishy, but it's like it's holding its shape, and it's very dense, and I don't know how to explain it, but it's really nice. That was it for my finishes, my FFOs. We'll do whips, knitting, and then diamond painting. Sorry guys. Alright, so for my last video you saw I was doing my my Lavender and Lace's grandmother fairy. So I only did her worked on her in September for a couple more days, for another week or so. And I was just getting burnt out. I know I said I wanted to get her finished, but I was getting burnt out. So that's as far as I got on her skirt. She's so big. This is a, I believe it's a 28 count lamb's wool. I have it in here somewhere. Here's a 32 count lamb's wool Jobelin. That's what this is. So nice and soft to work on. So eventually I'll pick that one back up. And then, then I worked on the Plague Doctor and got that one finished. And then what else did I work on? So I did Grandmother Fairy for 3 days in the month of September, and then worked on Plague Doctor and the I Love Fall kind of simultaneously. And then finally, once I got Plague Doctor done, because I knew I wanted to get it done so that I could at least get 1 day in for September, or Sampler September. And I did. I got lucky. After I finished that, I pulled out my one sampler that I have currently. That's the Saviour's Praise by Shakespeare's Peddler. I'm sure you all know what that looks like. It's pretty popular. And I did not get a lot. You know what? I'm going to leave that there because it's kind of stuck behind the needle minder. I did not get a lot done. So I added in this branch and flowers, the little butterfly underneath. I filled in a little bit of that bird. There was just like a little stripe thing. And then I started on whatever's right here. Oh, not the blue part, but the little green bit. So not a lot. I also realized that this blue bit is not supposed to be that blue. I seem to mix up my symbols when I worked on this initially. This needle minder is from Sunshine Heather. She sent that to me as a gift. And so I had to, since we're working on this together and we have matching baggies, she gave me a needle minder. Sorry, my throat is... Saturday was hell for me. My throat felt like straight up razor blades all day long. My husband and I, we were bums all day. And now for my main whip. The big whip. I finally got it in the mail from Pemberley. Yay! I was so worried. We had a little issue with the mailing bit, and we both got a little nervous that it might have gotten lost in the mail, which would have been a big oops. But no, it showed up, and I waited till Plague Doctor was done to get this started, I believe. No, I take that back. I started this on September 18th. No, I think that was the day after I got it. I don't know, honestly. It's all on my Instagram. I'm making a highlight of the progress of this, so you can follow all the stuff there. So I did decide to do the teal conversion, so I just wrote down what you can find in the Facebook groups. So that's the... So I'm also thinking of... So the lady who did this conversion, her beads, she did way more beads than are called for the original, and that scares me a bit. So I'm thinking that I'm going to try to figure out, because there's only 5 beads, like 5 different colors of beads that are in the original. So I'm going to go through the list of beads that she listed. I'm going to find them online. I'm going to pick 5, or, if the beads that she chose for the crown are the same, then I'm going to find the beads, find the best alternative, and then from there, I'm thinking about converting the beads to Krynic or Petite Treasure Braid. I don't know why, but I don't think I want to put beads all over her. I think Krynic would, just sparkly metallic will suffice in its spot. I don't know yet. Beads are always last for me, so we'll see what I can come up with. But that is my idea. So I started this on the 18th, and this is coffee tea dyed fabric. I did myself. It's 32 count. I think just, it was a white Belfast that I got. And this is my progress so far. Ooh, see, look, it's getting tart. There. So I just found the middle and started working around that area. I think I'm going to do all the upper half first, like the stuff that's on, like, from the break in the pattern. The first page of the pattern. Do all the top stuff. See if I like it just like that, cropped. And then finish there, or keep going. We'll see. We will see. But that's where she is. Her arm. Oop. It's her one arm. And then this gray silver bit. It's the flagpole. And then her dress. And this all will be the flag right there. What was I going to say about this? Oh, so around her arm, all the way up on both sides, there's a lot of like blank spaces in the pattern. I didn't like that because that's where the back stitch will go, but the back stitch will probably be just one strand, I'm assuming. I didn't look. So I chose to just fill those in with the skin color, and then when back stitching comes, it'll just be back stitched over. I'm not really concerned about it, but I thought a lot of those blank spots are going to probably look a little silly if you're looking at it up close, which I do a lot of. So yeah, that's my big whip. trying to stitch that up as quickly as I can so that I can send this back to Pemberley and she can send this off to the next winner who gets to stitch this. That's so awesome, Pemberley, of you. Okay, knitting. Trying to move right on because it's almost 30 minutes. Alright, so yesterday I hit a milestone on my shawl. It's the right around the corner shawl. Right around the corner. I can't. It's by Lisa Hands. Hannes. Maliha Designs. I'll link everything below. Pretty simple pattern. Nice and easy. I finished off the blue section yesterday and bound that off. And of course I am in the middle of a row. I'll transfer those stitches over so I can free this up. Let's see here. Let's put a stitch marker on there. Sorry guys. I forgot I did this. I was knitting this morning while watching Emily C, and I got a little crazy and decided I needed to stop for a second. Okay, let me pull this down. Okay, so this is the way that it'll go. So this blue section on this side is complete. And then now I'm adding the white section. This is the back of the shawl, but it all looks the same. So now I just have to do a big white chunk on this side and it'll be finished. I mean, I can add tassels if I want, but we'll see. I really like how this blue, it's hard to see. The pictures are better. It's got, like, I don't know if you'd consider that pooling. I mean, I've heard that term a few times, but I've never really seen it, like, for myself. But it's really pretty. Yeah, I can't wait to get this done because I need these needles for a different project, which I'll show you. Alright, we'll just leave that how it is, and I'll fix it when I go ahead and start knitting it again. I'm going to try to do what Pam does. Pam's Crafty Corner, she says she knits for 20 minutes a day. I think that's a good idea. Like, I took this to church yesterday and just knocked it out during church, and then we went over to my father-in-law's house because my husband had to fix something, and during that time I just knit. Alright, next is another piece, so I'm going to show you the bag that I made. This is called the Hello Pouch. I found it on, I think if you just Google it, it'll come up. A friend gifted me the pattern. I bought the fabric for it, which I absolutely love this fabric. Kind of sad that the way you sew this is like this bottom part is a big rectangle, and then you add the vinyl to the top. This rectangle made a really nice table runner. This fabric is gorgeous. I didn't buy any more. I should. It's from Hobby Lobby. So this was my first bag, and it did not turn out very well at all. No, I don't know. I'll talk about it a little bit more after I get this stuff out. So the project that's in this bag is called it's black and white, but it's called the Long Love Cardi. I cannot pronounce the designer's name, but it's on Ravelry. She's got the Long Love, the Short Love, the Chunky Love. There's 4 different versions of this cardigan. And it's like got a little bit of a lace detail to it. I'm not that far yet because I took a break. So my first time. Oh, one sec. Yes, honey.
Can you give me some more water?
I will in just a minute. Okay. So it was my first time doing a provisional cast on, so I had to actually cast on in the middle, work one side, and then work the other side. So that was first time doing that. And that's the collar. And then in this section, I'll hold it upside down because it's of the weight. This section I had to do German short rows, which I have never done before, but they're actually not that bad. I did screw up a little. I don't know if it's still screwed up or if I had ripped it out and fixed it, but so this is like the back part across your neck, and then the lace bit is the next bit. I just haven't started yet. I need to. The nice teal. I got this fabric, or not fabric, yarn from Joann's. It was on sale. It's the buttercream, and it's the mohair blend. The color, it doesn't have a color name, but obviously it's like a teal, a dark teal. So I bought a couple of those since they were on sale. We'll see. Oh, let me pull out the big ball of it. So the way this bag works, which you can't really see because it's so dark and my little ring light is dying. I'll just turn it off. What you do is you make this, like, it's like a mini quilt table runner, like I said. And you bind the edges all the way around this rectangle. And then from there, you sew it into this box shape. Well, as you can see here, it somehow did not lay flat, and it did not turn out well. It's super bulky, very hard. And then you have to bind off the corner bits after you try, you square them. You have to bind that off. It was a hot mess, to be honest. And it won't sit straight up. Like, it leans to a side when I set it down. And I mean, it's not doing that now because it's in my hand, but it's just, it didn't turn out pretty. But you know what? I contribute that to, if it turns out pretty the first time, then all the rest of them are not. And if it turns out like crap the first time, it's going to be perfect all the other times. So I made a second one, but I changed some of the things. And this time and I used a better zipper this time. And it turned out better. So I made, this is the extra large size, and this is the large. So you see a little bit of a difference, but because this is a cardigan, I wanted the extra large. This pattern in here, this project, this is going to be a cowl. Found this fabric at Joann's. This one turned out a bit better because I tweaked some things, but I'll tell you in just a minute. So this is the heart warmer cowl. Again, sorry for the black and white photos. Even the black and white bit on my computer doesn't want to work anymore, which sucks. But I started that. This is Jen Craft's Spectacular yarn. This is the blue spruce color, or no, I'm sorry, this is Blue Springs. So Spectacular Yarns. You can find her on Instagram. Facebook, I get, Facebook, but I bought this on her at her first release. I want all the other ones that she makes, but I'd be broke. Okay, so, no, shoot. All right, I might have to restart this yet again. I tend to do that, I have to restart a million times to get things to work for me. But this is just as far as I got. I was further with my cables, but then I think I dropped a stitch somewhere and I could not figure out how to fix it. So I just took it all out. I did it a couple of times for some reason, but I'll get back. I need the needles from my shawl for the next part. So I have to wait until then. So this bag, I did use a thinner, like, I think I just used an actual batting in this one. The other one I used a fusible fleece because it was what I had. And because I used the binding on all the way around and it was weird, it was really stiff and hard and thick to go through my sewing machine. So this one I used just regular cotton batting for a quilt. I think and I did not bind all the way around the square. I only bound, if that's the word you want to use, binded, around the top half where it would meet the thing. So I only did it there. So it was much easier to get a nice clean seam there and there. Again, though, on the inside it doesn't have a nice clean seam, but where those seams are, I zigzagged over it so it shouldn't, you know, unravel or fray. Also, in the pattern, it says to bind the top and the bottom of this vinyl. And then you're supposed to like nest the vinyls together. That was a big pain in the butt too. So I did not bind the bottom of the vinyl on this one, and I just laid it in there and sewed it to it, which, you know what? It's not even that big of a deal. You can't even notice. It doesn't feel like it'll get hooked on too many things. And then I zigzagged the actual vinyl on the inside to kind of like finish it off a bit. I got a zipper that was proper. The other one was not a proper zipper. So I like the version that I did here without the binding on the inside. But I think I would use fusible fleece again for the quilted bottom part, just because it's got more structure to it. But yeah, these are going to be what my project bags are for knitting. And that's all for my knitting so far. I'm trying not to start anything else until I get some other things done, because I think I went a little crazy. And then diamond painting. Sorry guys that this is crazy. This is as far as I got on my diamond painting. I have not worked on it. Well, today I did. This little corner down here I did today, but I haven't worked on this in probably a week, maybe more. It's nice. I mean, it's nice doing rounds. It's faster. Just a little update on the company, this Victoria's Moon company. I don't know if it's them per se, but this has the black circles around the symbols. Can you see that? The black circles around the... So I can see them if I'm up close, especially around the white bits here, because trying to place the diamonds, the sticky that they put on here is very sticky. Like, I stick a diamond down, if it's not like perfectly over the black circle, I can't push it. It's stuck, and it's really hard to pull them off too. And I don't want to, you know, I'm not a perfectionist. I'm not at all. So I'm not going to sit there and pull them up and stick them back down properly to cover up the circle completely. So there's that. I mean, and the fact that it's incredibly sticky. I mean, that's good and bad. You know, you can't push them around to straighten them out, but it also, they're not going to fall off. So there's that. I don't know if diamond painting is really going to stick around too much longer in my life. I have stopped ordering kits like a long time ago, so I kind of already knew that it wasn't going to be something I wanted to do forever. I mean, I don't want them hung all over my walls either. I would prefer to have a bunch of cross stitch all over my walls. And so that is it, guys. I don't think I have hit 500 subscribers yet. I will double check right now. No, I'm still 5 away. That's okay. We'll get there, right? Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for commenting. I appreciate all of it. Thank you. Bye.